What's up, everybody? It's me, Feather. Welcome to Feathered Libra Tarot, where it's Libra here all the time. It doesn't matter where it's at in your chart or if you're a cross watcher. Hello and welcome back. Thanks for your likes, shares, subscribes. You know what I'm saying, for coming and hanging out with me. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, links are in the description or pinned at the top of the chat. Excuse me. Thank you for your donations of love. I appreciate it. It keeps me coming back to give y'all more. Let's see. Not really sure about this energy right now, but if you're here during a live, thumbs up, click that live chat button down below. Come say hello to me. I am Feather. I am a success and wellness coach. I pull tarot cards. We talk about a situation you may or may not resonate. That's okay. Let's do this thing. Michelle is here. Hello, dear. How are you doing? All right. What's my Libras going through in love? What's up? What and who are we picking up on today? You may resonate, you may not. All right, let's do this. Libras, let's have some fun here. Okay. Oh, look at you. Starting off on a new foot, right? It's a whole new world. Some of you may be going on vacation, maybe going to the beach, walking on the sand. Oh boy, you are blocking somebody out of your life. You are telling me a couple different things here. You're ready to take a leap of faith. You're ready to start something new. But you're telling me that you're blocking something from your life or someone. Sorry, I got my hair's all fuzzy today. I don't know what's going on with it. You're blocking somebody from your life. So this could be somebody you've known for quite some time. It could be a friend, a family member, something like that. Whatever. It's like you're blocking somebody from getting to you. Oh. So this could be a father figure, a grandpa, an uncle, a brother. This could be somebody you were in a relationship with. King of Pentacles reverse. So this Page of Wands, you're blocking communication from this person. You don't want this person flirting with you. You don't want to talk to this person. You're actually in the process of leaving this person behind. So I don't know if this is a person you were married to or in a long-term relationship with. You may have children with them. You may have known them your whole life. They may have been a part of your community. They're definitely a part of your family, friends, circle. Okay? So I don't know if this is somebody that is a flirt, if friends with benefits. I don't know what this is. You're either going to resonate with this or you're not. But I wanted to find out who this Page of Wands is. And the Page of Wands is a King of Pentacles reverse. This is somebody who is either no longer in a relationship with you or they never wanted to stand up for and be supportive in a relationship. They could have also been married or in another relationship as well. So this is what you're blocking this out. Like, block and moving on. So this could be somebody you've been talking to and or whatever. Whatever your situation is. Tell me more about what direction you're headed. You're headed in one direction. Okay. You're ready to just you're okay. So you put up strong boundaries. You've got strong boundaries when it comes to love and relationships right now. You are the emperor. Okay. You may have a lot of Aries in your chart too. Or Aquarius or Taurus. So you're saying that right now it's all about you having fun. It's all about you building your business, being a leader in your own life, and having fun. Because right now you don't trust love. Your heart space is not ready to open up to love. You may have recently gone through a breakup or found out somebody was doing something they shouldn't have been doing, whatever. But you're saying that you don't trust love. You're not open for love. You may have been an overgiver in the past, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're the emperor. You're putting up some pretty strong boundaries, and you're not taking anything less than what it is you want. And I'm going to move this forward because this is you setting shit right for yourself so that you can move forward. So your overall energy is, I'm ready for new beginnings. A whole new beginning. You went through a cycle closure, and you're shutting down this cycle. I gotta find out what that is. Give me just a second. My little back pad, I have to move it because it's time to get cozy. It's time to get comfortable. This reading is gonna be a little more deep than I expected it to be, but I'm here for it if you are. Not the deck. Oh boy. Oh, that's not it either. All the way back. Okay. All right, let's get into this. I'm going to put this right here in the center because this is your energy currently. This was a cycle. Tell me about the cycle closure. Tell me about what happened. What was the cycle closure? What was the cycle about? Tell me about the cycle closing. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Wow. I've got Cancer energy here. I've got Aries, Leo, Sag. It really looks like some of you may have been breadcrumbed in a previous cycle. Some of you may have been breadcrumbed. Some of you may have been put as a third party. Others of you, your confidence was hit because, you know, somebody may not have been attracted to you in the same way that you were attracted to them. That could be, let's play that in two ways. Say you are in love with somebody and they're not in love with you. That's one way. Another way is you're attracted to them chemically, physically, and they're not showing up for you in that way. That could be another way. And we take a personal hit. Our confidence takes a personal hit when somebody doesn't improve a relationship, doesn't deepen a relationship, doesn't move a relationship forward with us. And you are saying, and so you could have been dealing with somebody who was just flirting with you, playing around with you, wanting to be friends with benefits or something like that. You may have been married to them and they were flirting and cheating and all that other stuff. Whatever your situation is, that was the cycle of the past. I wanted to get an idea of where you're headed because this could have been, you dealt with breadcrumbers. You got one thing and didn't get the other. You dealt with deceptive individuals. You dealt with people who didn't move things and progress things forward with you. People and things that you couldn't trust, that you ended up having to block. People who might have been very defensive or guarded over their heart space. All kinds of stuff happened because each one of you, it's going to be a little different, but we just threw a couple different cards out. You are shutting it down because you're saying the same thing. I can't trust. I am emotionally exhausted, emotionally overwhelmed. I have a lot of pain of the past. I've dealt with a lot of pains in the past. You've definitely dealt with a lot of bull stuff. Okay? And it's wiped you out emotionally. When it comes to the emotions, the heart space, you're done. And you had to put up some strong boundaries. You really had to be strong and make wise decisions. And that's why we're here now with you wanting a new beginning. It's like, you know what? It's time to go to the beach. It's time to go spend some time in paradise, and it's time for it to be all about me. I'm packing light. I'm relocating. I'm moving on. I'm leaving all of this heaviness behind. That's true. And whew, again, it takes a lot of strength to move on and to take a leap of faith into something new. Okay? And that's exactly where you're headed, is to something new. You're headed into and you're doing it so beautifully too. You may be somebody who is maybe go to church. Maybe you're Catholic. Maybe you go to church. Maybe you've been doing a lot of prayers, affirmations. Some of you may be doing Reiki to call in the energy of the angels, and you're being protected here. I don't normally say stuff like that because I tend to try and work below the woo-woo stuff and really in the 3D realm here. Like, what are we doing? What can we change? How can we improve our lives? What's going on in our relationships that we can address? What do we need to see? There's other people that can talk about spirituality and woo-woo shit all day long. So could I, but I'm not. As a life coach and wanting you to live your best life, that's why I wrote the book, Oh, Please Be Your Own Hero. I want you to live your best lives. And it looks like a lot of you haven't. It looks like you've been through the gamut. It looks like you've been through a lot of chaos and over and over and over and over and over and over again until we finally say enough is enough. I'm not taking it anymore. We're not going to take it. We're moving on. And we're going to move on. And we're going to build strong foundations. We're going to build strong friendships. We're going to move into a new house, a new job, a new skill set. And it's all being guided by angels. I believe you are truly protected here. But if you don't even want to believe in that stuff, let's just say that it takes a lot of courage to move on, to start over, and to do your healing, and to have the patience. Courage and patience take a lot of strength, but you will rebuild. You will. Because you are determined, I'll tell you that. You are determined. 11/01/22. Some of you were born in 89 or 98. I don't even know how old you would be. Some of you are 54 and I get 54, 45, and 21. Okay. And I just heard the last 9 years. Something about the last 9 years. What the hell happened the last 9 years? Has this been 9 years of this chaos or this bull stuff? And it doesn't have to be one specific person. It could be multiple persons. And you're finally like, you know what? I'm exhausted. I'm absolutely emotionally disappointed with what I've dealt with. I don't trust people. I don't trust love. I don't trust them. I have trust issues because you know what? People have completely disappointed me. Okay. Now, this doesn't even have to be a partnership. This could be friends and family and all sorts of stuff. Like, you know, complete and utter dissatisfaction when it comes to people in your life. You're like, you know what? I'll start over. I'll go somewhere else. I don't have to continue to deal with that. Whew. And again, something about 9 years. You don't have much support in your life, do you? You don't have a very large support system, do you? You may not have any support system. Perhaps that's what you're going towards. Like, you know what? It's time for new friends. It's time for me to be my own support system. You're determined here. Something lit your fire. Something lit your fire. Some of you could have been dealing with a Gemini, a Sagittarius, a Leo, Aries, an Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, Cancer. I got all signs out here. Yeah. Some of you just dealt with constant idiots. Like, you may be a very intelligent person, like a deep thinker. Somebody who is capable of deep thoughts, deep emotions. What else am I getting? Coming through, Fred. Deep thinker, deep feeler, and like you really think yourself through problems. It's not like you just, hey, on a whim, I'm leaving this shit. I think that you have not been meeting people on your level. Pleasure seekers, constancy, and prison. I think you've just constantly been dealing with people who were players, who were playing you, who were just immature compared to you in emotion, in reality, how they show up, how they invest, how they communicate. And you're like, you know what? I am not doing this again. Like, just, I'm not. I'm out. Okay, so I got you on a different level than most people. So where are you headed? Tell me about this. Tell me about temperance. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I told you were a deep feeler. You are very deeply loving person. That's why your Queen of Cups is in reverse. Like, you know what? Oh, yeah, I know how to love. And I know how to love very deeply. So unconditionally. But you know what? Not everybody is going to get that shit from now on. Not at all. Because they just play with my heart. They play with my mind. There's nothing happening there. Well, in time, you will have wish fulfillment, and it will be a very deeply loving connection. In time. And I just, you're heading in a new direction. It may take a couple months. Some of you 2 to 9 months. Some of you next Pisces season, which is just around the corner, actually, just a couple months away. I say a couple months, but in tarot time, it ain't that far away. Pisces, but the Hanged Man here for me is the deepest water card in the deck. And wish fulfillment of a deep emotional connection. Deeply. Oh boy. So in time, with patience and courage, you will get there. You will get what it is you're wanting. You just got to have those strong boundaries and block out the people and, you know, stay determined and dedicated to what you're wanting. Tell me about this 3 of Pentacles. Okay, you don't see it yet. Okay. Oh, shit. Some of you need to get busy on business. Some of you, it's a new job you may need to invest in or start focusing on your pentacles and building your pentacles. This could be a new job, a new skill set. It could be running your own business, being your own boss, or in like a boss. Get your shit together financially. Okay? Because this may have been an absolute drain on your emotion. This emotional connection or disconnection or all of these things that you're saying were part of the last 9 years cycle possibly affected your money flow. Okay? And that can happen when you're totally distracted by all this other bullshit that's pulling you down, that's emotionally draining, that's emotionally exhausting, conflicts, fights, arguments, on again, off again, whatever this stuff is. You feel trapped. you continually deal with these kinds of people, the only person in charge of this change is you. You're taking charge, and in a big way, to change your life. So you're going in a completely different direction. So you may end up being a boss, a supervisor, taking a leadership role, starting your own business, something like that. You may not see it yet because you're not really financially, you're rebuilding. It looks like you're rebuilding your finances, but when you're so depleted and distracted by all this other stuff, you really can't focus on your finances that well. You weren't making responsible choices, that's for sure. Well, you're going to be taking control of that shit real soon. So you may be going back to college, learning something new, getting a new job, whatever it is. You may have been oblivious to just how great you actually are, how smart you are, how competent you are. You may not have put a lot of time and effort and energy into building your financial future. You know, it looks like that's something you're going to take control of your finances big time moving forward. I love this reading. Strength. It's like, it's about me now. You know what? Fuck what anybody else is doing, and screw love. It ain't worked out for me. How about I just focus on me now? And you are. You are open. You are absolutely open. You're looking for a soul bond. Yep. So I don't see that you're in a relationship at all right now. You may be in the process of relocating, selling a home, looking for or locating a new place to live. I got a couple different things coming through. Some of you are rehoming yourself or relocating and getting a new job. There's movement happening here, and you're taking responsibility for all of the shit. You're like, you know what? It's time for a change. I am the change. I'll be the change, and I'm handling and addressing my shit from now on. I've had distraction after distraction. I am absolutely overwhelmed by it all. It's me time, baby. And in time, you will have a deeply emotional wish fulfillment when it comes to a love. You will be falling in love. You will be getting on the same page. You will have the heart to hearts, and you will have that emotional satisfaction in a deep way. Deeply loving connection that you're asking for. You're wanting a soul bond, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're wanting reciprocal love, and you're saying, until then, because I'm not chasing it, I'm not going after it, I'm going to do me, and the universe can provide. And you are trusting that the universe heard your wishes. Some of you have asked the archangels and the angels in your spiritual team to address it, and you, meanwhile, in the 3D, you're just, I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to wait. And you're actually the courage to move on, rebuild, build differently, slowly but surely, taking the leadership position in your own life, taking charge of shit that you've let slide. This strength card is giving off energy of, I know who I am. I know what I want. I'm unconditionally loving and kind, but move in the wrong way. Say the wrong thing, and you'll see the lion. You'll see the beast part of me. I can be both beauty and the beast, and I love it because you're in beast mode now. Very calm, but you're capable of reaching that you're capable of it because your energy is saying, it's all about me. It's time to take charge of my shit and handle it. So you're saying, you know what? There's nothing I need to heal. There's nothing needs to be healed. I have experienced all the things that I need to experience, and I'm done experiencing them. So you're saying I'm open. I'm balanced. I'm strong. I have the courage to remain open, and in time, the right thing will happen for me. So you're not in a rush for anything. I think that you're ready to just experience life for a while and really focus on yourself. And again, calling in a soulmate. You're patient. You're like, universe, handle it for me. Whatever I was doing, wasn't working. So you do it for me. And the universe says, okay, I got you. So where are you headed? You're changing. You're changing. It's almost like whatever has happened to you emotionally, you're turning that pain into power, and you're pushing yourself for yourself. Some of you got a green purse. Some of you are going to be buying a very expensive green purse. Might not even be green, but you talk about handbag, fanny pack, something like that. It's going to be very expensive. I saw that and it just triggered something. Some of you are putting money away for that. Okay. So you've made the decision, and you fought this long and hard, and you did it silently, and you're taking a chance. You're going for it, and you're going after it. Now, this is something that you've kept hidden for quite a while. So is this a job you're going after? Is it a business that you're going after? Is it a leadership position? Or is this separating from people or your own energy where you weren't taking control of situations? There was a lot of battle within inside of yourself, a lot of tension, and it could have been with other people too. But a lot of like, what are other people going to say? There's all sorts of stuff that comes up through this. Like when we lack confidence, or we don't have strong boundaries, or we're not taking control of situations the way we should, we have a lot of confusion. So some of you could have been dealing with situations where other people were just always trying to keep you held down, held back. Maybe they were trying to control you through arguments, or I don't know. Drama island. Okay, total drama island. You're waking up in a big way, and it's like, you know what, for the longest time I let other people control me, control how I think, control how I feel. I allowed myself to stay quiet. I didn't show up. I kept myself small. I didn't say anything. I didn't fight back. Energetically speaking, you are telling me that you don't like confrontation, and that I think a lot of times you have stayed quiet because you didn't want to deal with the confrontation or the drama, even though you just kept bottling it up and burying it, not dealing with it. It's caused you a lot of pain, apparently, because you just kept dealing with it. You've made a decision, and that decision is to take action, take charge, and move on. So it's kind of like, you know what? I don't care what I got to say. I don't care what I got to do. I don't care who I piss off. I don't care what they think of me. I don't care what they say about me. You're going to do it anyway. You're making all these moves silently. You're thinking about all this stuff and making all these determinations and and moves silently. Like, you may have just been really quiet, really reserved your whole life, held yourself back because of what other people would say, or because you didn't want to deal with conflicts or whatever. Yeah, that's changing in a big way. Oh, we're going to flip those? Okay. Change in a big way. Final messages for my Libras. Okay. Well, you got some fears, but you're going to do it anyway. Okay? You got some fears or limiting beliefs, but you're going to do it anyway. And you're going to do it in a big way. When it comes to this thing that didn't work out long term, it could have been money, it could have been finances, it could have been a job, a business, it could have been a person. Again, you're like, you know what? Friends and family or these relationships, this overwhelmment, I'm done. You're not giving to these situations anymore. You're just not even back. It's almost as if you were cutting ties with everything and everybody from the last cycle. Maybe even your whole family, or like, are you moving to a complete new destination and just like starting completely over? Some of you may be. Some of you, it may be friendships, family ships, long-term partnerships that didn't work out. You're just, done. And you're okay with it. You're like, I feel good about who I am. And when you do this, it actually, you got, maybe you got some little, fears, but you're like, I'm going to do it anyway. Because what I was dealing with wasn't working out. Why not move on? So some of you may just always be the one that people go to for assistance. You may end up depleted by it. This is kind of like, maybe you're a healthcare worker or a service provider or a caregiver. And you're the one that everybody just throws all of that shit on while they go enjoy life and shit. And you're finally like, you know what? Why don't y'all deal with this? I'm not the only one responsible here. How about y'all deal with your own shit? Y'all find some sort of work something out. I've done this long enough. I'm moving on. You're letting it go. There's the star. Okay. Well, you're healing this. Okay. This, you may have a lack of follow through. Previously, you may have lacked confidence or self-esteem. You may have even had some issues with follow through. This is actually being healed. You don't know it. This is something that's working underneath. It's happening underneath. So, if you avoided taking chances, taking risks, if you avoided having fun and adventures and taking a leap of faith or even going in a new direction, you're not afraid of it anymore. You just kind of you stayed stuck in this funk, in this nastiness, or in this overgiving energy of the Queen of Cups reverse. Like, I'm tired of being blamed for everything. I'm tired of blaming everybody for everything. You know what? I'm tired of just overwhelmed, exhausted, and everybody just running all over me. It's like you were a doormat your whole life. I hate to say that, but I'm going to say it. That's kind of the energy for some of you. It's like, you know what? I just accept the shit work. I accept the shit jobs. I do everything. It's like you just accept whatever you're given, and you don't argue it. You don't fight for anything better. Like scraps, you're happy with just getting what you can get. So if you've been getting less than balance, you've been getting more neglect and more. For the energies that I'm working with today, you're used to getting less than a balanced reciprocal connection. You're used to getting people and things that do not balance out financially. You end up broke or barely making ends meet, or you end up depleted and absolutely emotionally exhausted or overwhelmed and just sad and depressed and disappointed emotionally, and even in the real deal 3D, because you could have been dealing with people who didn't have follow through. I think you just were dealing with situations where you just accepted whatever came your way because you were happy to have something. That works for a while, especially if you just, need the money and you need to have a job to pay the bills, but that shit ain't gonna fly anymore. Like the next chapter of your life, at least the next 3 to 6 years, is going to be about focusing on you. And I'm not saying that you're not going to have a deeply emotional relationship in that time. What I'm saying is your focus is going to be on your stability, your long-term financial goals, and improving. Like, you're building your own empire, whatever that means for you. And you're not going to stand for anything less than. So if you accepted scraps in relationships or in business or partnerships or whatever, not anymore. You're not. You're like, you know what? Let's try it a different way. How about I take control of the situation? How about I handle shit from now on? How about I stop being the not confident one? The one that's always pushed aside, rushed aside, or avoided or ignored. How about I take control of myself and I get what I want, one way or the other? And it's not in a negative way. You're doing it in all the right ways for yourself with very power energy. And again, if you've been avoiding taking responsibility, avoiding going in a new direction, avoiding taking a leap of faith, building your own business, doing stuff that's in new ways, that's all being healed. The universe is working on that. You're working on that. Apparently, you're working with the universe here. You've either prayed or shouted out to your spiritual team that you need assistance. And you're going to get a rush of energy very soon, I think, if you haven't already. That's going to kind of push this stuff forward. Push your activities forward. Yeah, right now you're just working through those limiting beliefs and those fears. You are healing this. Yes, you are. Okay. But you are very serious about healing this. So you, again, are working with the universe in some way. And you are very serious about it. I don't know how. I don't know when. But all I'm knowing is I'm seeing the Star and the Temperance. And I'm seeing you living a completely different life moving forward. But right now, you're in the process of doing this. It's like, you know what? I've dealt with a lot of toxicity, unhealthy connections. I've dealt with a lot of limiting beliefs, self-doubt, self-worry, lack of confidence. Any number of things can be this devil. But this devil is being healed. It is being healed, and you are determined to stand your ground and address this moving forward. It's one of those break free moments where we've had enough in whatever capacity this is for you. It's a break free moment, and the next chapter is going to look a lot different. You're not rushing anything, but you are focusing on your own healing and really enjoying yourself. Like, the next 40 years, I'm going to enjoy this shit. You know what I mean? And that's going to bring in a lot of stable energies. And it's definitely going to bring in wish fulfillment in a very, emotionally fulfilling, deeply emotionally fulfilling connections. Whether that's friendships, family ships, maybe even employment ships. Like great bosses, great employees, great employers, whatever it is for you. This is a break free moment, and you're breaking free from probably a lot of unhealthy connections. I don't know, again, some of you are leaving behind a whole group of people Like anybody and everybody that said I couldn't better fucking watch me. But I'm not going to look back to see if they're watching me because my focus is forward and it's all on me. That's it. That's all. That's what I got for you. Like, share, subscribe. I hope this was your story because it was empowerment. Seriously, empowerment. Until next time, I love y'all. Namaste.